Hello, my name is Nicole, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Today, I'm talking about unexpected experiences. And God is showing us over and over again, whether it is us going through something or someone else, that He is not going to keep unexpected experiences, whether good, bad, or otherwise, from showing up on our doorsteps, okay? And when we are in those situations of surprise, shock, bewilderment, upset, confusion, that does not mean that God is not with us. That just means that we're going through our share of spiritual trials. It may be as a result of sin. It may be just God testing us. But whatever the reasons, we're not focused on the reasons so much as let's get some resolutions. Let's get some things done. Okay, what am I supposed to do now? Okay, we want some answers. So how do you prep for these times? Okay, right now it might be a really good period for you, right? Everything is sweet. Everything's nice. You're laid back. Okay, you haven't gotten any bad news for a long, long time. You may not even be in a position right now in life where you have ever experienced any major life crisis. And thank you, Jesus. But it is going to come, though. Okay, I don't mean to be that one that bears the bad news, but it will come. Okay. In my 20s, I was feeling good. Life seemed to be grand. And then unexpected experience showed up. And it was in the form of a man, a very bad man. Another time in my life, unexpected experience showed up in the form of death. Uncle who was one of those who I really liked. And unfortunately, his death took a toll on quite a few family members. And then, of course, I made a major life decision around that time, which was to leave college and go to another college. And then after that, go to another college. These are unexpected life experiences. How about those sicknesses that show up, right? You're doing real well. Things are going good. And then suddenly you might start having a weird look to your eyes, and then you start experiencing something in your throat, your stomach, your legs, your back, whatever. And then you are down and out, okay, for a while. And during that period, you might end up missing out on some opportunities. Okay, they might be lucrative opportunities. And so now you're behind in bills. Unexpected life experiences. And of course, you got some individuals who thought that their relationships were going to always be, right? And then somebody ends up doing something, the unforgivable sin, right? And you end up breaking up. Okay. These life experiences show up, and during these times, we are, number one, supposed to be praying, right? But sometimes it's hard. That's why you pray during times like these when it's not too much going on and everything is pretty peachy. Okay. This is the time to be praying and asking the Lord for His mercy, and asking the Lord for forgiveness of sin, and asking the Lord for grace and all of those good things right now before that situation or situations show up to mess with your emotions, cause you to say some things that you regret, cause you to make some decisions that may be with God or may not be with God. Okay. So during this time, you're praying. For some of you all, depending on what you already know about some future upcoming events, you might need to be fasting. Okay. You might need to abstain from eating. Okay. Just for a day. Or maybe longer than that, just to cleanse your system a bit, get some things in proper perspective, allow that spirit to override the fleshly needs. The fast may come in the form of food, or it may be in the form of sex, or it may be in the form of your favorite activity that you typically enjoy. No, not today. I'm not going to get involved with that because I want God to do some things in my life. I want to spend some time focused on Him. Okay. And so there you have it. You give up something. Okay. For some of you all, you may be pressed to give to organizations, to give to individuals, to give to businesses. Okay. You got blessed recently, and now the Lord puts upon your heart, you know what, this person, they could use this money. Okay. And all of these things that are happening right now, when things aren't all crazy and chaotic. Okay. These things are setting you up for what is to come. Okay. And there will be to come. I know some people don't want to believe that, oh no, nothing negative could come my way. Not anytime soon. I'm just a kid, or I'm just, getting over something. Or me and God is so tight. I just can't believe he would send anything my way right now. Well, sometimes it happens. So this is why we are prepping for what is ahead. We're prepping for the toxic person to show up and have something negative to say. And are we going to respond? We're prepping for the negative news to show up, maybe through media, or maybe it could be on the job or in the church or within the household. What are we going to do during that time? Are we going to be cussing and fussing and acting like fools like the world? Are we going to be telling people to go there and go here? And who do you think you are type of speech? No, no, no. If I'm reading my word now, while everything's peaceful and nice, when a situation comes, I'll be better prepared to handle it. Okay? How about some people in relationships, right? You never know. You never know when somebody's going to do something that will make you say, this is it. I'm done. No. What I meant to say was, forgive me. Nope. This is it. Right? You never know when a person is going to draw that line in the sand and say, I have had enough. I'm not going to put up with this any longer. And here are your walking papers. Okay? So we want to be prepped. You never know. You may be that one that has to draw the line in the sand with some people. Maybe it's not about a divorce or separation. Maybe it's about putting a 2 weeks notice into a job. Okay. Maybe right now everything's okay, but later on you find out some shady activities going on. You don't want to be a part of that if you're a child of God. So you got to prep yourself. You just start looking for jobs. You're not actually applying, because everything's okay right now, but you are looking, you're finding out what's out there. Okay. As far as monies and, opportunities, and should I relocate in the event that something happens? There's nothing wrong with preparation for what's ahead. If you are a wise person, you prepare for things, the just in cases, right? That's why there's people who have rental insurance just in case. And yes, there are some companies that will take advantage of folks who think like that. But if you know that you have the types of things that are in your household that are prone to catching fire, you know that you tend to not necessarily be real responsible, okay? Or you know there's some people in the household that like to mess around, doing all sorts of experiments, might have some little kids around. It doesn't hurt to get some rental insurance, life insurance, right? Never know. You might be that one that's checking out, or life insurance for a loved one who says, listen, I don't have any money to leave behind. This is what one relative told me. But what you can do is you can take a life insurance policy out on me. Okay. Then, of course, there are those health insurance programs and so forth that's out there. Okay. So car insurance, never know when you're going to get in an accident. Okay. So there's so many different things to prep for that are already out here. Useful tools that, hey, you already knew about, but did you implement? Or had you planned on switching some insurances for lower rates or something? Okay. Maybe this particular audio will trigger some things that you were supposed to do, but you didn't do them yet. Okay. Things happen soon. Sometimes too soon for what we can handle. Okay. And then you don't want to be the one that said, I was meaning to get this. I was meaning to have this done. And now I got to pay this. And now I got to stand in line. And who wants to deal with all of this stuff when you're already emotionally going through something? You don't. That's why you prep ahead. How about those individuals? Okay. Who they say they're going to save money. And then they don't save any. They don't save even $10. You got to save something. You should have some money in your wallet, some money put up somewhere, some money in a bank, some money with somebody else who they can be able to get access to it in the event something happens to you, okay? There should be some type of money somewhere in the event that a situation takes place, okay? Sometimes we know that God is warning us about some things, or he's prepping us for what's ahead. But yet we drag our feet on some things. Why? Why do we do that? Because we figure, well, he's telling us something that's going to happen later on down the line. Can I tell you from personal experience, a lot of times it's not that down the line. It's not that far down. Okay. Usually, I know with me lately, it's been, okay, I get a warning from the Lord about something. It's been about a month in advance before the actual thing takes place. Okay. His instruction is to get A, B, and C. A month later, I still don't have it done. And now the season shows up and it's not done. Okay. That sort of stuff I'm talking about. When you feel in your spirit, I know this doesn't happen for everyone, but for some of you all, you do have an inkling as to what you should be doing. And like I said, this message may have triggered certain thoughts. Get it done. Okay. You don't talk anymore about, I should be getting this done. I should be doing this, that, and the other. No, just get it done. For younger people, you say, I'm going to put up $20. Okay, then you should put up the $20. Put it up, put it away. Don't pull it out to spend it on something that you know you don't really need. Always ask yourself, do I really need this? Or can I just put this particular item off right now, but get what I really need ASAP? Okay. Okay. These are crucial things to think about during times where nothing is really taking place and everything's peaceful. Okay. If you do this sort of thing right now, as opposed to later, once again, you will not be that one that's an emotional wreck. Your heart is bouncing, your stomach's churning and everything else, because God gives you a sense. He gives you a sense because he tells you, you know, every single year, the same event is coming up. Now is the time to save. You know, every single year you're going to want to do A, B, and C. So now is the time to tell everybody, no, sorry, can't help you with that. No, I'm not going to this event. No, how much is this going to cost me? Okay, what am I going to get out of this? Is this really something that's going to be beneficial to me right now? Or can I put this off because I know there'll be other events coming up and I'll just deal with it later. Okay. If it has been something that you know that you have put off year after year after year, and every single year that you've put off whatever that might be, and you're getting more and more grumpy about it, and you have more and more attitudes about it, and now you find yourself being mean to other people because you're still not getting that done. Okay, that's a clear indication this is your time. This is your year. Okay. This is your time. This is your year. This is your season. Because when you have gotten to that place where you've sacrificed so much to the point where you resent some people, you can turn all of that negativity around and start making your dream, your goal, whatever it is, happen. Okay? Don't put off anything that you know needs your attention right now. You can go to God all you want, but a lot of times some people go to God asking him about some things because they're just procrastinating. They're not ready to do what they're supposed to do. So let me just put God on it. God already told you what to do. The writing is on the wall. You've already seen the signs, the miracles, the wonders. You already know innately that you should be doing some things. You said you wanted a business, so you know that it's going to take some business prep work. Okay. So why do you need to keep seeking God for the same thing over and over again when you know you need certain tools in order to get your job done? So some things are just obvious. Now, those things that are not so obvious, yes, you do wait on the Lord. You say, okay, Lord, this is something that I am not sure of. I'm unclear. And it also makes sense to get some education on it. Further your understanding about it. Go through the scriptures if it's something that relates to something biblical. But don't sit there and just say, okay, I'm just going to let this sit here and I'm not even going to think nothing more about it. Well, you might have to think about it if you need to get something done sooner rather than later. And if you need God in on it, then of course you know, okay, I've already prayed about this, but I just need to know if God is really listening. And if he hasn't given you any answer, but you see all around you that this is something I need to tend to, then go ahead and do it. Okay? Emergency situations, unexpected life circumstances, bad news, you can prep for what is ahead. You are reading your word, you are fasting, you are praying, you are putting money aside, okay? You are determining what you are willing to give up, money that you can give up right now that can go into an envelope, into a bank, and into your purse or into your wallet. You're splitting the money up and you're making sure that when that time comes, you're going to be prepared. And if it is something that is going to be very expensive, okay, in the future, we don't know what it is, but it might be something very expensive. There are many businesses and individuals that will accept payment plans. So don't worry about, well, some stuff's going to cost 20 and 30 and 40 and 60 some $1,000s. Don't worry about that. There are plenty of companies that'll work with you. Okay. Just make sure that you've got some money somewhere to meet a payment or payments in the future. Because right now it's good for a lot of people. It's peaceful. Nobody's calling you up with any drama. Nobody's running in and out of your home. There's no one that has any vendetta. So enjoy this time, the Lord says. Enjoy it. Just bask in his glory. Be thankful. Be grateful for his mercy. Okay? Because there's other people who their season right now is troubled. They've got some stress. They've got some upset. Okay? They're grieving right now. Some of them are sick, mentally as well as physically. And your season's going to come around. You may have just gotten out of that season and you say, oh, no, not again. But either way, though, you're going to be okay. Because you're doing what you're supposed to do spiritually, mentally, and physically. You are not going to allow yourself to go crazy when that time comes. Why? Because you have been trusting in the Lord during this season of peace. You have been spending time in his word. You have been listening to praise and worship music. You have cut off toxic people and toxic things. Okay? You are around the like-minded. You have your own network, and that network is positive, whether on or off the internet. So it's good. Okay? And you want it to stay that way for as long as you can. And I understand perfectly. That's why some people, they've been through so much to the point where they don't want to be bothered. And I get it. I've been through my share of things, so I don't want to be bothered either. So during this season of peace and quiet and prosperity, increase, love, and all of that good stuff, this is a time that you should be catching up on your Bible, catching up on your connection with the Lord if you have fallen behind because of some other stuff that you were going through recently. Prepare for what is ahead by drawing near to him. Prepare for what is ahead by doing the obvious. Okay, the things that so many experts tell you to do. Go to your doctor's appointment. Okay, you don't have a job right now. That's okay. You should be getting your health checked. You should be making sure that you're eating properly and participating in exercise. You want to go back into the workforce when it does happen. That opportunity knocks on your door. You want to go back looking good, feeling good. Okay. So you prep your minds by just enjoying this peace, relaxation, no stress. You prep your spirit by reconnecting with the Lord, okay? Or continuing to connect with Him, drawing near to Him, finding out what all He wants you to do or don't do. And then, of course, you are doing what is good for the body physically, okay? And I will tell you that if you can do these things, when trouble comes, you won't be the one that needs to run to the alcohol, okay? You won't be that one that needs to use a drug. You won't be that one that needs to run away and spend a whole lot of money on a vacation that may not be so good, okay? You won't need to be that one that needs to go out and just shop because I'm bored or because I'm upset or because I'm nervous. Because when you are mentally, physically, and spiritually balanced, when trouble comes, you are prepped, you are ready, and you're stronger than most. And a lot of times, I know when I've been in challenging situations where other people are like, well, how can you be able to deal with this? I mean, A, B, and C is going on. If it was me, I wouldn't have been able to tolerate all that. Blah, 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 blah. I'm able to do that because during my off season, I was trusting in the Lord. You see, it's like that person who he says, I'm not going on vacation to his coworkers and so forth. They're like, what? You earned this. You've been working for years. How come you don't want to go on vacation? And he's like, I'm going on a vacation, but it's not in the way that you think. And they go, okay, well, oh, so you are going on vacation. I'm going on vacation to go to sleep. Right? And some people need to catch up on their sleep. Then they come back and they're not as annoyed and irritated with people. They're feeling good. Okay? So during this season of peace and quiet, and no, I don't have that drama. No, I'm not getting into no arguments with people on and off the internet. Everything is just fine. Nobody is ill. I'm not running up and down the road going to a hospital somewhere. This is the time where you need to be doing those things that are going to help you with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Well, that's it. This was just a friendly reminder. Thank the Lord above, right? To whom all blessings flow. I thank you, listener, as always, for showing your support. You've been listening to YouTube NM Enterprise 7. Feel free to subscribe. And if you haven't given, we do welcome donations. Also, check the description box for anything that might be of interest. Thank you once again.